Got to remember the old mic there. There is a quick trick. Wonder why it wasn't anything there. So, welcome Warpig. Good to see you. Hopefully the mic's working now. So, sounds working well. So good to be here. Hope you got yourself a nice cuppa. Cheers. VCA number 8. Warpig's in the house, and Alex K, our moderator's in the house, so we're going good. We'll probably get a good following. Remember, sniping hour has already started, so we're in the last 42 minutes. So let's see what happens. It's always fun when things happen a bit differently to what they happened last time, and so that's always cool. We've got, let's have a quick look, wrap up of where we are at in the sniping hour. So we've got a billion Axion at 463,000 US dollars at the current market price of 000457. We've got Ethereum of 69.9 in there at the moment. 199.63 is for a sellout at 90%, and that means that you still get your 10% auction price discount on top of the 10% wrap Bitcoin that you get back if you're bidding in. So pretty cool. So if you want to bid in, you can get that 10% wrap Bitcoin today. So you can just hook up your MetaMask wallet to the site. The links are in the video description, and you can get onto the Axion staking platform, onto this auction page, and bid in some Ethereum. So just send max Ethereum, then bid in your Ethereum that you want. You'll get 10% wrap Bitcoin back immediately. So we're going to watch who comes in this last 40 minutes. The last VCA 7, we had a lot of excitement towards the end in the last hour. So let's see what happens this time too. We've got 69.9 Ethereum in there, 147,000 US dollars. It's pretty handsome, and we're at 421,000 is what we need to do a 90% sellout. So let's see what happens there. And welcome to everybody watching. We'll probably have a lot more people come aboard watching over the next hour as we enjoy the VCA number 8. So pretty fun times indeed. All right, so let's have a quick look at, I think what else we got. Axion today, desktop. Let's have a look at some key measures while we were waiting. Obviously, we've got 276.2 billion in supply, 56.1 billion liquid. Now that's pretty awesome. We're at a critical moment in the next couple of weeks, real pivot point for Axion. We're at that liquid of 56 billion, but we know that if we take off the top contracts, and that was on Axion Today show, covered quite nicely, that we're actually probably the first time we're probably under 40 billion in liquid. So pretty awesome. We're at that 43, 42, and it looks like if we really discount all those contract amounts, then we'll be down probably around that 40 billion mark, maybe just under. So pretty exciting. That's putting more pressure. So what does it mean when we say that there'll be more pressure on price and over time from that liquidity dropping? Is basically quite a lot of liquidity for many wallets will just be inactive. People will just leave it in their wallets. So let's say that you had 80% of your Axion stake for 15 years, 5,555 days, you can all the wrap Bitcoin, but you might keep 20% in your wallet for the future, just so you can cash out a little bit here and there as time goes. So that's what I call kind of inactive Axion. So there'll be a lot, once we get down lower and lower in the billions, we'll be getting down towards that sort of stuff where we've got less swing traders. There's always been swing traders, but less swing traders. There's obviously less cycling going on, which is people cycling through the auctions, less of that going on because of all the changes that have done to tokenomics. So that's what we really mean by that. And then basically, even if you had no change in wallets, if you could have kind of had the similar demand that we've got now, that would eventually start to put price pressure on the supply because you've got far less liquid available. So that's what we generally mean, and that could take a couple of weeks, could take 2 months to happen. So we'll just find out. Could be in a couple of days. You just don't know, and so we're just waiting to find out. But we know that we're going to reach that critical turning point at some stage. So it's pretty interesting stuff there. But this is really dramatic. I mean, we've had dramatic drop in liquidity week after week after week, and greater than the minting of 2.5 million Axion per week. So it's pretty fun to see that. You can see that for yourself. You watch these videos every day, then you'll see that liquidity has been just dropping consistently. Pretty cool. And that we're saying that the effective liquidity is actually put more around that 40 billion mark. It may have just dropped down past that for the first time and today basically. So watch out for that. So. Crypto rank, we're at 596, and total stakes 22,853. Average stake size 9.29 million. And this is a really interesting number here. Average stake length has been increasing, so it's almost 2,000 days. That's really positive. We can see that in Hex today. They announced that in Hex that their staking had gone longer than 4.4 years, I think it was, up to 5 years or close to 4.8 years or something like that. So Hex staking's gone longer. Our staking's going longer. That's really good for staking. Because remember, Hex, Axion, and Wise are the three premier staking options for certificate deposits in crypto. They really are the big ones. And they're all different. They've all got quite different features to them, so they've all got different things to offer people. Now, market cap is at 39 million. Staked amount, look at that, 79.657. And I worked out today that we're probably, if we take down that liquidity to close to 40 billion, then we're actually up at about 85.5%. Is what I had the number at. 85.5% staked would be the amount, and we want to get up to that 90-95% really is where we want to head in that range. So it'll be interesting stuff. Share rate 1.1297. There we are. So let's have a quick look at 37 minutes to go in the auction, and we got 1 billion and we got 69.9. So that number's what we opened up with. So pretty cool. So quickly check the chat there. Alex says 9, now 5.5 years average staking on Hex, really cool. So it was 4.9, so yeah, I didn't quite have the numbers on me, but I knew that it had gone up, and I was pretty confident it was 0.5, but yeah, that's 5.5, thanks Alex. So that's really cool. And also the amount of T shares, the T share price is insane now. Obviously, we're going to quickly look at that at the moment. Let's have a quick look at the Hex price. We can see the Hex price is rallying. This is what I talked about in previous videos. Alex is always also onto this, is that Hex is looking to go for a parabola, a breakout, and you can see that on the date. Let's actually go to, we'll do the 3 daily chart. That might show up a bit easier. We'll go full screen as well, and this might be quite useful. And we can see, so Hex is useful for a number of things. Obviously, there's a lot of people invested in Hex as well as Axion, but what also is that it's ahead of where Axion is in its growth thing, because obviously Hex was the first certificate deposit launched on the 2nd of December 2019, and it's led by Richard Hart, one of the most well-known crypto personalities. And you can see here on the 3 daily chart is that it's really broken out past the 1.5 cents, and now it's starting a parabola up there, and we're estimating that could go anywhere between 4 and 12 cents, anywhere in that range, maybe 4 and 8 cents, but it could actually do a lot higher. It could go into 20-30 cents. You just could do something like that. Quite amazing, so watch out for that. It's obviously got a lot of going on. It's also got the Pulsechain that's coming up as well. I'm not sure the timeline exactly of that, but there's quite a bit of communications coming out. I think there's something more later in this month on that one. So interesting stuff there, and that bodes well. So Hex is ahead of us. They're doing a lot of exciting things there, and you can see that it's really pushing up into that over to 2 cents. It's really going to be quite crazy what it could end up going to in the short while as it moves up into different parabolas. And the T-share rate at the moment on that is pretty insane. It's now $353. Back on the 4th of January 2020, it was 60 cents for a T-share. That's 1 trillion shares. We use millions of shares on the Axion platform, so you can go to the Axion platform and you can see that we use millions of shares. I think it's on the overview. We'll just check that out. So we'll scroll down here. So you've got daily payout for Axion per millions of shares, whereas Hex uses pretty much to communicate uses T-shares, and you can see that their T-share is now worth $353 per T-share, which is pretty incredible. It means it's a lot more expensive to get that many shares than it was, say, on the 4th of January last year. It was 60 cents to get a T-share. So it's a really quite game changer, and that's also true for Axion over time. As the share rate goes up and the price goes up, that's what happens. The T-shares get this way more expensive to get the same amount of shares, and therefore get the same amount of reward pool. So pretty interesting stuff there. SA Homebuyer, loving it. Hey, good to have you, SA Homebuyer, much appreciated. Also appreciated some of your support that you've given to the channel. Really appreciate that, SA Homebuyer. Cheers, saluta to you. All right, so let's jump back to So Hex is on a rally, so that's good because there's investors in Axion. So it's whenever investors are getting better off, that always flows back into Axion. Axion at the moment, let's have a quick look at their price, or its price, I should say, and almost talking about in third person type thing. So here's the chart on the daily. We can see that I said that there's support at 00045. Looks like we're testing that at the moment. We're obviously towards the end of the VCA as well, and we've got the VCA is we're waiting we've got 33 minutes to go. We're waiting to see much sniping in there. We've had pretty much sellouts of every VCA 6 to 7. And obviously 7 was like flipped from the sniping at the beginning to the end. So let's see what happens over the next 32 minutes. And this is always part of the fun with the auctions. Let's have a quick look at what we would be. Let me just do. I'm not sure we had that on the Axion Today dashboard. Let me have a check on there. We've got. No, it doesn't have the percentage on there. So let's do 70 divided by. It's got 197 on there. I don't know why they're slightly different on here, but that's 35.5% of a 90% sellout at the moment, which is where you get all the benefits. So that's 35.5. We'll see what happens in the next 33 minutes, 32 minutes. Pretty interesting stuff there. Hey, SA Homebuyer, $5 super chat. Thanks very much, SA Homebuyer. Much appreciated. Really great. Thank you. Yeah, that's really nice. So pretty cool. Love the content. Thanks. Alex says thanks, SA. So it's great. Alex is one of our two moderators, just really awesome. And as we grow over the next few weeks and months ahead, pretty exciting. Now, we've got to remember that Axion's this is only auction day 144. We're still quite early, still in our first 6 months. As I said, Hex is 13. What's that? 4. That's 17 months old. We're basically coming up to 4.5 months or 4.5 months old, just over 4.5 months. So we're quite, and from that time point of view, quite far behind. So interesting stuff there. Yeah, cool. Hey, super chat, love it. Thanks, Homebot. It's cool. And let's have a quick look at some of the other stuff that's going on. Now, I just want to have a look at CoinGecko. So Bitcoin's at 58,000. That's a bit interesting to me. I really expect if it's going to go for that third wave, it probably needs to do it sooner than later to 70, 80. I do like it staircasing. I prefer price staircasing up. So the Bitcoin's a bit unusual, just sitting around underneath the 60,000. So just sort of watch that there. It's a little bit. I put it on a watch list at the moment from that point. But when it does move, it moves so fast you don't always catch the movements up or down. And Ethereum is at 2,100. And look at Binance Coin. Binance Coin is one of my favorites at the moment. I think it can go way high. It's $408 US. It was only $270 about 4 days ago. No, sorry, let me put that correct. 6 days ago. And so look at that's really gone up quite a bit. It's at 32% in 7 days there. And so that's one of my favorites. Obviously, Ripple's been on a tear over $1. That's kind of surprising. I'm not a big favor of Ripple. XRP, but that's done pretty well. Obviously 85%, can't argue with the numbers. And yeah, so interesting stuff going on there in the leaderboard. Obviously Polkadot, Cardano, Litecoin, Uniswap over $30. So if you've got those free Uniswap coins, congratulations. If you've got an Ethereum wallet and you've used Uniswap and you haven't checked, go check for your Uni airdrop, because you may still qualify for that. It's about 400 Uni coins, which is worth $30 each at the moment. So that's a pretty nice bag. All right, so here we are. We've got 30 minutes to go. 30 minutes to go in VCA number 8, and we've got 70 Ethereum there at the moment. So let's see what happens. See some sharks and dolphins and even some shrimps and little other baby creatures that are swimming around in the Axion Ocean as they were. It seems that sea life seems to be popular for staking certificate deposit platforms for some reason. So there we are, 30 minutes. So. Yeah, so that Hex is pretty exciting. That's a breakout, and let's see what Axion bounces off. We get a nice higher low at the 00045. That's a re-rate, folks. So we've already re-rated. Look, we were at 00032. We had to break that mark. We broke that mark, and now we had a higher low here at the 00035. Now we just need to cement this higher low at 00045. Hope that viewpoint sort of helps. Where we broke the 00032, we then had a lower high at pretty much 00035, and now if we can hold this higher low at 00045, it just that nice little staircase higher is quite good. Now, I don't know if you saw Scott's interview on Axion Today's show. It's pretty much saying what I've been saying. I've been saying what he's been saying, and it's pretty much that's the way the supply and demand works. We do need that liquidity to get squeezed down. So when's it going to happen? Maybe let's say we're at 40 now effectively. Is it going to happen at 30? Is it going to happen at 25? Because we know that there's a lot of inactive liquidity wallets in there. People sitting on liquidity. They may be long-term committed. They've got a little percentage of their portfolio. So we might have a whale that's got like a billion, but they might have 200 million in liquid, something like that. So there's a couple of those around. I think I might actually have one on the list here. So I'm trying to keep track of the whales again after I lost all the accounts. So we've had quite a few new investors as well, big investors coming in. So here's a whale. This is 1.7. They got 52. So they got 1.7 billion. I can't remember if this one's fully staked or not. Let me have a look at their wallet. It's always interesting looking at the big wallets. So they're at 9.35. So this is a perfect example of a whale that is they've got half a percent of the reward pool in shares. So 2.5 billion shares. So pretty impressive at a 492 billion. So they're pretty big. They've got a 9.35 years, and that's pretty cool. That's what we want to see. We want to see that, or 15 years. That's pretty nice. And we can see that they've got a couple of shorter stakes there, 100 million. They've got all these longer stakes here, 336, couple hundred there, and then they've got this one here, which is short stake. So this is the whale that I'm watching at the moment, because this one here's not. That's coming out 21. They've got 1.2 billion in there. So yeah, this is the one that I think I'm watching. I think I found it again, the F73 whale that comes in and out of short stakes, but they have stakes a bit longer, so it looks like they've broken it up a little bit. And if I do find another whale, because I had a feeling there were two of them around. One of them we saw all the time, but the other one had short stakes. So I wasn't sure where it had gone. I did have a list of them all before, but it's all interesting times. So here we are. We're just waiting for some more Ethereum to come in there. Let's have a look. Scott Crosby. Let's have it. Welcome, Scott. Hey, Superman. I have a Hex stake that matured, $4,231. So I just took it out and waiting on to see where the price will go before I move it Axion. That's a good move, Scott. I'm probably going to do something similar. That's a good move. And I think the Hex is going to rally, so you might be better just to time that, like you say, because Hex could go up, could do a big spike. It's hard. I mean, you can never have it 100%, but you've seen the Hex moves, you know it well. So there's no need for me to make any comments. But I do think that might play out very well for you in terms of conversion. Especially the USDC has got most of the liquidity for Hex, right? It's got three quarters of it. I'm not sure, as Alex said yesterday, I'm not sure how much is on the Matic network. Haven't actually looked at the pair. I don't know if Alex, if you know how much is liquidity is on Matic for Hex, but that'd be interesting. But nice player, Scott. No, yeah, I've been thinking about that too. Got one coming up, and the price is obviously making a big change in the US dollar value for those near-term stakes. Alex K, yeah, nice, Scott. Congrats. Thanks, Alex. Patricia, hi Patricia, great to see you. An awesome show today on Axion Today show. It was so good. Scott is such a good value, and obviously the new charity that you're supporting with the young girls in particular, taking them from a bit of a nightmare to freedom is such a great charitable cause. So I really commend you guys to that. That's so huge, and I just so enjoyed with that. It was such a good video promo that you had on that as well. So if anybody wants to support that, head over to Axion Today and you can support the charity taking out child trafficking. I think that was really neat. So you had two really good things on there, the charity and also Scott Prez talking about liquidity, the price expectations and stuff like that in the near term. So it was pretty good. Alex says they used to be close to 1 million, now back down to 250,000 liquidity on Matic for Hex, but it's still nice to trade with no fees and usually better prices. Oh, right, okay, well I might actually get on there, Alex. I need to check that out. I have a bigger one coming out in 38 more days. Oh wow, nice! You've got a nice staking ladder, Scott. Looks like you've done it like a master, like a pro. So cheers to you. Staking ladders rule. Staking ladders. So pretty nice. So here we are, 23 minutes in. We've got 70 ETH there. That's been like that for quite a few hours, so we'll wait and see where that heads. We need on the Axion staking platform. It says we would need 198.44 on the Axion today dashboard. It says that we need 196.36. So I'm not quite sure the slight difference there. It's perplexing me, but it's interesting. We've got 22 minutes to go. So pretty cool. Just one moment, I'm just going to close the door here. And back in the studio. So that's pretty funny. So yeah, we've got about 22 minutes to go. Here we go, 460,000. We've got almost 150,000 in there. So we'll see. Hey, it's funny, the video's delayed in the studio, so you get to see yourself actually sit down after you sit down. It's kind of weird. So pretty cool. Let's have a look at the gas. Gas is back under 100. We always like it when the gas goes back below 100. I remember last year when the gas was super low. I mean, I can't remember now. It's like, what's it, 10 Gwei, something like that, 20 Gwei. We used to think that 25, 30 Gwei was like ridiculous, and now you get these towers where the Gwei gets up over 200. Look at that one, 313. On these days, over 300 a couple of times this week. But we've had quite a few more periods in recent times where it's been below 100, where it's actually been quite nice. I typically wait to do transactions on Sundays. Typically is when I do it. It's normally the better day. You can see that often Sunday, although Monday was pretty good, and at the moment it's not too bad at 90. But I normally trying to get at least in the 80 Gwei period. It's kind of good. So we're chipping away there. 21 minutes to go. In the chat, Alex says, Scott says, I have, a big one. I've read that one. Yeah. So pretty cool. Hey, welcome to the channel, everybody. If you're new to Axion, we're actually currently looking at venture capital auction number 8. We have 7 auctions per week. We've got 2 type of auctions. One is a venture capital auction, and we basically sell 1 billion Axion, and you get 10% wrapped Bitcoin back by bidding in some Ethereum for that Axion. So you're bidding in for the Axion that's on sale over 1 billion. We have those on Tuesdays and Fridays, and that's 80% of the Axion that's up for sale on those 2 auctions. Then we also have 5 regular auctions which have Axion. You get a 10% bonus Axion on those, and those on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday, and it's a good way of getting more Axion if you want to stake to get more of the wrapped Bitcoin on the venture capital auction days. So that's 7 auctions per week, 2.5 billion Axion per week at the moment, and you also potentially you can get a benefit of getting 10% lower auction price as well compared to market across all those auctions every day. So that's potential there. It doesn't always happen, but the potential is there. So it's pretty neat. And basically you enter into the auction with Ethereum, and that's how you get your Axion and wrapped Bitcoin as well. Pretty neat. Alex Casey has got some spare ETH for last minute sniping, depending on how things go. After Fishy sniped last time, not eager to show hand too early. Yeah, I think there are probably a few people doing that. Alex is a master of these things. Unfortunately, a little Fishy upset it last time. But yeah, I don't think unless someone really comes in with something super strong, or there's plenty of room there. But we've seen whales put in 100 ETH, and that can change the thing very quickly. So we'll watch that one. It's going to be interesting stuff. We've got 20 minutes of excitement coming here in venture capital auction number 8. This is venture capital number 8, and this is actually auction day number 144. So pretty exciting. So cheers to that. So it's the first month. This is the first month of VCA auctions. Pretty exciting. The first month there's going to be 104 per year. Remember that. So we're in number 8 of 104. So pretty exciting there. So currently in New Zealand, it's 6:43 p.m. in the evening, and we're on the 7th of April, Wednesday. So we're well in the future. And it's just gone dark outside. We had daylight savings finish, so this now closes. It used to close at 8 o'clock. Now closes at 7 o'clock our time for the auction. So pretty cool. I believe the auction it's a 7 a.m. UTC time. It starts and closes. So I think that's where it ends there. So welcome to everybody to the show. Hopefully you guys, many of you saw Axion today's show. If you didn't see it because it's brilliant and awesome charity to help child trafficking, dealing with that big issue, and also have Scott doing the tokenomics and price expectations. So a lot of people into price predictions and expectations. Scott covers that in full charismatic way. So well worth watching. Scott Master Press talk about that, and just reiterating and some of the comments I make about liquidity reducing. Now we think that liquidity is moving down to 40 billion effectively, and we go back up to the Axion today, we can actually see the liquidity says 56.3, and as I've been saying for a few weeks now, there's actually effectively it's lower if you remove the contracts. That 56 does remove the Teams wallet, which has got 29.5 billion from memory, so that's 28.5 or 29.5, and so that takes that off, and we're at 56. So that's what gets us to 56.3. But if you take off some of the other contracts that are used, including the auctions, then that would be closer to 40. And you're making assumptions about Uniswap as well, Uniswap pool there as well. So that gives us 56 down to 40. That's really squeezing. Once we get down further, we're not quite at that critical moment yet. And obviously we can see that in the price chart that we're not quite there yet, but we are getting higher lows. We're getting higher lows here. As I said, we've jumped from 0.0032 to 0.0035, and here we are testing 0.0045 mark, where we got some. You saw back there on the 17th of March or 16th of March, and a couple other days. What the 13th of March, 16th of March, 15th of March, 21st of March. We tested that 22nd of March. So we tested that about 6 different times. And then we tested it again on the 5th of March. So we've had that tested about a week worth. And so that bodes well. We're in a triangle as well. And this just usually gives us some idea of direction. And we're just watching that move closer to the end as that orange arrow implies. So some interesting stuff going on there with the price. Hopefully that gives you a bit of idea. I think there's probably a 2/3 probability that will probably go out the top of it rather than down the bottom. So we're just watching that pink line at that 0.0045 mark. We did have a little bit of selling earlier, but we get a lot of that around the VCA starts and ends on the VCAs. VCAs are such big events that you can get that. We've got 16 minutes to go, waiting for some snipers to come in. So we're currently at 36% of the 90% sellout mark, which is basically 196, 199 Ethereum there. So we're waiting for that to sell out. So pretty cool. Yeah, so interesting stuff going on there. Cheers, everybody. Sit back, relax. Hey, I know for some of you in North America and places like that, it's quite late. So champions for being up. Hope you've got your little app, Axion Today app today. So they've got those now. You can actually get an app for your phone for Axion from Axion Today. It's on iOS and Android, and you can download those. I actually posted that in the community post on this channel. I did that earlier a couple hours ago, so you actually can just check the community post and you can get the links to those two, and you can download those apps and get your Axion, put your address in there and get your Axion stats and staking ladder and all sorts of stuff on there, I think. So pretty cool. Do I actually have a staking ladder? Let me check on that. I look at this all the time, but sometimes I don't always check the details properly. So yeah, no staking ladder. Hey, that's something, Patricia, that you might guys want to do is put a staking ladder chart on the. I don't know if it's on the app already, but if you could get that on the dashboard in particular, something food for thought there anyway. Some real live feedback as we go. So pretty cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward. Alex, let us know whether you snipe in. We've got. Let's go back to the auction, and I don't want to miss that. Yeah, so we've got 14 minutes to go. Hey, look, we've got 51.2. We've got 52 Bitcoins being paid out so far in eight VCAs. It's we're over the $3 million US, and the price of Bitcoin is 58,000. So interesting stuff there. 32.23 has been cashed out by stakers, so that's really a big incentive. If you're not into Axion staking, good idea to buy and stake some. You can enter the auction. We typically say if you've got less than $1,500 buy on Uniswap on the market and then stake that. And if you want to get the max shares, then typically people are doing 15.2 years. You can see that 88.53 billion has been staked for 15.2 years, which is huge. And it's a lot of people that have staked there. Get in to wrap Bitcoin every twice a week, so pretty neat. We've got 13 minutes to go, and we're counting it down. It's pretty cool. 13 minutes, and we're waiting for Alex to snipe in. Go, Alex, go, Alex, go, Alex. So we're waiting for that. So pretty cool. Scott says, yes, it's 2:48 a.m. here. Nice one, Scott. So glad you could be up for this. VCAs do tend to keep people up, to be honest. They're a bit of fun, and now that people can get the Axion Today app on their mobile phone, they can actually watch their Wrap Bitcoin divs coming in all the time without having to go to their computer. So it's pretty fun. Obviously, they can look on the internet on their computer, but it's a bit easier having an app, isn't it? So we're 12.5 minutes to go. We're counting it down. Axion's just moving up a little bit there. We're back up at 0.0046. Let's have a look at some of the transactions we're going on. Yeah, we had a little bit of selling through here. What else did we have? We had a little bit more selling in here. Put the selling in there, but we got a lot more buys. We had selling in there, so we had a couple of phases of selling in there, and then we're getting back into the buys at the moment. So a couple more buys coming in there. So you get those ebbs and flows in the market, and that's what our chart looks like at the moment. I don't know if that mouse zoom. Alex will probably get me for the mouse zoom. He likes to chase me down for the mouse zoom there. So 12 minutes to go. Here we go. I'm looking out with my binoculars for Alex to snipe it. It's pretty fun. Here we go. So at the moment, the discount's a full auction price discount at the moment to market, and a very handsome one, 5 million. We're at 5 million. Look at that, 5 million Axion per ETH. That's a pretty good rate compared to recently. Let's jump. Oh, we just got some more ETH in there. We're at 72.3. We just went over 151,000 US dollars. Yes. Next thing Alex is going to say that was him, but Alex is going to wait till a bit later. So pretty cool. Hey, welcome to the channel. If you're enjoying this VCA live stream, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and there's lots of great videos on this channel covering staking, auctions, the mining, liquidity mining, which I did last week, and lots of stuff on wealth management as well as Axion marketing and stuff like that, and strategies. So check it out. Pretty cool. We've got 11 minutes to go, folks. Counting it down, real time. So pretty cool. We are counting it down here, live. Let's quickly. We've got 10 minutes, so let's just quickly jump over to the announcements. Quickly check the announcements. I noticed that I think Punky had something on here, so there's tomorrow's a big day for Axion, so this is big news. The leadership has been working on the background to design a decentralized autonomous organization, a DAO, for voting within our community. This is a crucial part of Axion's community focus. We'd like to have the ecosystem-wide discussion before the vote goes live tomorrow, so please join for a special edition of Punkonomics on the 7th of April at 1500 UTC for an AMA, where we will invite community members to discuss as we vote for the crucial system. Show up on time, and if you like, you can come onto the show live, reach out to Hippie on this link you can do that and see you all in 30 hours. So that was a couple hours ago, so that's probably not far away now, 8 hours away or something like that. So you can check that out too on Punkonomics. So I'll post that in the chat. But let's go jump back to the auction there. 72.3 ETH, looking good. So DAO, Punkonomics. So you can follow us on Punkonomics coming up with the DAO, so voting, community voting, and they're looking at a system for that, so pretty exciting. Alex says the price looking pretty good indeed. It is very attractive to get in at this price at 5 million. So I think that's pretty cool. So if you're wanting to enter and get some really good Axion, that's probably a decent day. And if the chart holds up here at this 0.0045, could be a nice bounce off that as we move across the orange there. So some interesting stuff there. Cheers. I'm waiting for Alex to snipe in at the last moment. Let me get that clock up there. Sorry, 8 minutes and 43 seconds. Plenty of time for ETH to come in. So we're just watching that countdown. The last 2 minutes can be quite nerve-wracking, but we have seen people come in the last two. Oh, there's 2 more ETH in there. So we're up to 74.6. Just as I spoke, there's some ETH. Maybe I should speak out the ETH. Come ETH, come in. So anyway, we're at 156,500, and we've got 460,000 in the pool. We need. We've already had 2.2 Bitcoin already paid to stakers, so that's you and me. We get to stake as stakers. 85% of the Ethereum that goes in there goes to stakers. It goes onto Uniswap, and they buy wrap Bitcoin with it, and it goes back to stakers on the staking page of the Axion staking platform, which you can see here on the top left there. So you can find that. That's where your wrap Bitcoin goes. You need to make sure that your address is registered so that you receive that wrap Bitcoin, and you can withdraw it. And it's probably the cheapest thing to transact on Axion, other than it's probably the cheapest thing actually to actually withdraw. So I would say the next cheapest thing is mining. If you're on the mining, withdrawing your mining reward is probably the second cheapest thing, and then obviously staking has the most complex algorithms, and especially if you're on a version 1. If you're on version 2, which is pretty much all of them now, then that's a lot easier. But yeah, that's sort of how it ranks up in terms of the costings. That's why it's always good to try and get lower gas as well. That lowers the fee, and typically a Sunday has typically been quite good, although Monday was pretty good too. So another thing is that the Axion Today show has actually moved to Tuesdays. So Tuesdays is the Axion Today show from now on. So that was an interesting move from Monday. So they can also celebrate the VCA on Tuesdays, which would be a lot of fun. So that'd be good. So 72 point, we got 7 minutes to go. This is pretty cool. Now I've always said that even if we get like 30% sellout, which we're already at 30. Let's have a look at where we're at the moment. I said even if we're at let's say 72.3 divided by say 197, that would give us we're at about 36.7 of a sellout. So I've always said that even if we get 30-40%, that's actually not a pretty decent sellout. But obviously we're all amped to try and get more. There we are, just up to 76. I think we just jumped up there. Let me jump to this one here. So zoomed again. I'm gonna get in trouble with Alex for the zoom. But anyway, where it's that one there's not updated. So the actual platform's updating earlier on this one than the dashboard today. So that's going to come in soon. So it's actually that we're getting real time here. So we've just gone up to 76. So we've got stuff coming in. Last 5 minutes to go. I'll just check to see whether Alex has gone in yet. No comment from Alex, so I guess he hasn't yet. So there we are, 76.1. Almost 160,000 US dollars. We're getting up there. We would need some pretty big ETH going in there now to really jump that up. Maybe a 50 ETH, a 30 ETH, a couple of those. We'll see what happens. We've got 5.5 minutes to go. If I was bidding in that amount, I wouldn't leave it too long. You certainly wouldn't want to do it after 2 minutes, in my view, because you just don't know what Ethereum network's going to do. You obviously can pay for super fast fees at the moment. The gas is quite cheap at the moment. You've got rapid gas is 116. That's less than 15 seconds. Fast gas is a 98 gwei. That's for a minute. But if you're going into this with that sort of money, you would definitely want to do a rapid. You'd want to do 105 gwei or more. Probably put in 120 gwei or whatever, 150 gwei, just to make sure it goes in like that, because you want to be right at the top. You probably go 150 gwei at least, because if the gas price just rockets, you don't want to get caught too shy either. So there it just jumped to 129 gwei, just as what I said. So you definitely want to go about 30 gwei higher. Now it's back to 106 again for 15 seconds. So it does move around quite rapidly. There are 4.5 minutes there. I've got a little gwei indicator. I did do a video on gwei, and you can see that video on this channel, and you can actually add that as an extension to your Chrome browser, and it gives you real-time prices for gwei, and it's pretty accurate. It's pretty good. It's just telling me what that is. I don't think you can see that on the view. No, you can't see that. Alex Casey says, if I find an extra 50 ETH in my back pocket, yeah, nice one. Hey, there are ETH whales out there with over 1 million ETH, I'm pretty sure. So there are the accounts out there like that. There's certainly accounts out there with 20, 30, 50,000 ETH. running around the place. So cheers if you're one of those ETH whales. Welcome. So 3 minutes and 43. So here we go. We're down to the very sniping minutes of the VCA. We're sitting at about 30, just about 37% sellout level of the 90%, which is what we technically hold. That makes you get all the benefits. Obviously, of the available amount, we're probably a bit lower. We're probably around about 30, 33%, something like that. So here we go. 3 minutes. We're counting it down. Hope you guys have got a nice cuppa there or something and sitting back, relaxing. Pretty cool. And I did grow up watching programs like 90210 and all that, so I've got a few, probably a mixture of a bit of a down under accent and catchphrases, as well as some California IA phrasing. So there's probably a mixed bag there watching those shows. 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Here we go. We're going good. Axion price is 00046, and as we said, that Hex is going for a rally. That's really good for Axion because there's a lot of Hex people invested in Axion. So if they're going to make a lot of bags in that, then that's good. The price is sitting at 2.1 cents for Hex, and I think it's going to go parabolic pretty quickly, and that's going to be fun times. John says he's got a couple of, I think it was John. Was it Scott? Scott says he's got a couple of Hex stakes coming out, so watch that one. Okay, last 2 minutes. Here we go. Last 2 minutes. Pretty cool. Let's check the Axion today. That's just updated. So still got the 10% auction price cheaper. Looks like a good auction to enter in, Alex. Looks good. So if you got a few little big mini bags, we've got a minute and 40 to go. We're staying on the Axion staking platform because it looks like update's a little earlier. Last time I got caught out by that when I did a VCA, I think VCA 6, or VCA 7. I may have got caught out with that thing, VCA 7. So a minute and a half to go. Oh, there we go, 83.7. So we're up to 75.9, 775. So that's pretty cool. 83.7. That's pretty cool. We're at about 40%, I think. I need to get my calculator out. 1 minute. I've got to remember to get my snapshot out as well, my screenshot. Patricia knows why I get the screenshot out. So let's just get that out ready. Snoop Dogg that one up. So last minute, here we go, last minute. Last minute, folks. Here we go, last minute. We're counting it down, 50 seconds. We're going to get some little snipings in at the moment. We had one snipe. What was that, about 5 ETH? So 175, 175.9. And we're going 40 seconds. It does take a few seconds afterwards to close too, so watch the space. Man, someone's coming at this time. That's really close, because otherwise it overflows into the regular day auction, which will have about 100 million in it. So that'd be interesting. So 21 seconds to go. 83.79 ETH in there. Here we go. 15 seconds. Counting down. It's tense over at the bar room, the sports bar. 10 seconds. 83.79. And we're just about there. I think it's going to be just about there. Boom. So I've taken a snapshot of that. It might change a little bit. We never know. Sometimes, last time we had some come in like a minute late. I'm not sure why the timestamp allowed that to get through, but it did. So there we are. Let me have a look at the calculator. 83.79. Divided by 1. Well, let's go to closed it out. It's 197 equals so the 42.6% sellout of the 90% sellout level. John said he just put 2 ETH in. Congratulations! It was a perfect day, I think. And Alex K said, nice one, John. It should get to over 100, I think. So we'll wait and see whether it happens. This last minute, sometimes it trickles in. You would hope so if you're entering in with like 10, 15 Ethereum, that would be the case. So we're watching that one there go through. So we're already a minute past the clock, waiting for that to happen. I might take another snapshot just in case that happens here. Sometimes it's like 2 minutes, it keeps clocking over. May have to be a refresh. Take a snapshot there. Don't know if it changed much, but there we are. And let's go back to. So that was not too bad. Obviously, it's not a complete sellout, but it's not too bad in terms of things. And as I said, as long as we get like 30-40%, it's not too bad for a sale. And that's a pretty good result. So 83.79 ETH, $175,900. Not too bad, and obviously all those wrapped Bitcoins coming. Let's have a quick check. I think I missed that on the Uniswap part, on the buyback, so I missed that part. I should have taken that snapshot as well. But there we are sitting at, and so people that entered, people like John that would have got that full 10% auction price discount as well. So that's 5 million, and they also got the 10% wrapped Bitcoin back. So we can go and check out some of the activity. Let's do that now. So we had all these bids come in the last 15 minutes. So we had these bids 1.2, 1.2, 1.5, 1.8, 1.5, and you can see they get the paid to bidder is the 10% cash back and wrap Bitcoin instantly. It goes to their MetaMask wallet. So this person put in 1.5 ETH. They ended up, which was worth $3,100, and they ended up getting $312 back instantly to their MetaMask wallet. Very nice. Plus they got 5 million Axion per Ethereum. So they would have got 7.5 million. Yeah, 7.5 million Axion for that 1.5 ETH. Very cool. And the paid to stakers was 85%, so 0.0459 to stakers. That's you and I, and that's $2,660. And then the last 5% goes to the team for marketing and development, which is pretty cool. That's what makes it sustainable. Is having that. It's really cool. Good result, not a big sellout like the first 7 VCAs, but still a really good result. And yeah, I think we had 43% sellout there, so not bad. Let's have a quick look at some of the comments there. No last minute fishies this time. Haha. No, that's right. So no last big fishies at the end. John Atkins says $1,417 back in wrapped Bitcoin, which is nice. Congratulations, John, and a nice, I think a pretty good rate too for the Axion as well. So pretty cool. And Alex says, looks like it ended at 83.79. Everybody got the full bonus, and it will make for a bigger regular auction. Yeah, so that's the other thing, is that it will roll over to the next auction on the Friday. And the marketing team has something big planned for that too. They said that they'll with a bigger pool, so it's going to be pretty exciting to see that play out as well. Alex also says, yeah, wrap Bitcoin plus 10% discount on Uniprice, which is a terrific result. We have seen a lot of overselling in the auctions, regular auctions, and VCAs slightly too. So it's actually good that people are getting a good rate. So it's a good outcome for a lot of people that bid in. So pretty cool day indeed. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Let's have a look at 47. So let's have a quick look at the price. Price is just sitting at 0.0046 at the moment. Often we get certain behavior at the beginning and end of VCAs, so we'll watch out for that. And what else we got going on? So let's quickly run through. We've gone through all these data here with the liquid. We think that it's probably closer to 40 billion, and it keeps going down every week, and that's perfect. That's going to set us up for a nice parabolic rise eventually when enough inactive liquidity it takes over from the active liquidity like swing traders and cyclers, and which is not many left anyway. So pretty cool. There's some of the final results. We read through these earlier. Pretty cool. And we've got the new regular auction starting. So day 145 has just started. It's a regular auction day. And so what it means is that you can get a 10% Axion bonus with that if you use a referral link. So you can do that, get a 10% bonus on top of that. If you self-refer, you can get 20%. If you're willing to do that, you need 2 wallets, but you can do that. The rate's really good at the moment. Look, we're starting off at 5 million auction price rate and it's 10% benefit. So if it does say 10%, typically the regular auctions do get sold out, but if it doesn't, then you get, on top of that 10% referral link, you get a 10% bonus as well by having it cheaper than the market price. The market price at the moment is 4.5 million, just almost 4.55 million per ETH. So those are pretty attractive rates compared to recently. So pretty cool. Now it's only going to need 19.8 ETH to do a 90% sellout, so that's not a lot, but watch out for that. and we've got $46,000 in there for 100 million Axion up for grabs. So this is a venture capital auction, regular auction day, 144. So no wrap Bitcoin in today's one, just a regular one, but you do get that 10% extra Axion plus potential for the auction market discount as well. So let's just jump over to look at here. We're going to check. We're just going to refresh this page, and pretty nice. So we're just swapping between the official Axion staking platform and the Axion dashboard. Now we're just going to have a look at the history quickly once this refreshes. I think I lost undefined there, so we just have to wait for that to update, and we'll check that out in a second. Oh, it's stubborn there, not letting me have a look. Let me refresh that one more time. And no, it's not letting me refresh for some reason, so we might not do that. I was going to look at some of the past auction rates, but you can check that out on the Axion staking platform, and you can see that. But there we are. We started day 145. Can you believe it? Day 145, and so it's pretty cool. You can get into that. All right, so here we are. Prices at 00046. Total liquidity in the market is $9.1 million US. Still very handsome, and daily volume at 586,000. Pooled ETH is 2,170. Pooled Axion is 9.9, just under 10 billion Axion in the pool. And total transaction 41,817, which is really good. I like those high transaction numbers, and we're looking forward to those going higher over time. So that's pretty much that. Hex is on a breakout. We see that Hex looking good. That bodes well for Axion as well. And yeah, so pretty cool. And obviously we've got the big DAO coming up. You can check out the Axion Puckonomics channel. Don't forget the Axion today's got the Android and the iOS app out now for Axion. So you can check that out, put your address in there, check all your numbers, obviously get all the social media as well. Pretty cool. And obviously we've got this Decentralized Autonomous Organization, or DAO, voting for the community. So it's really formalizing the voting process. Not just Discord, but having that up. So it'll be interesting to see what that's involved with all that. But special edition from Punkonomics, April 7th at 1500 UTC time, so don't miss that. So that's pretty cool. And let's go back to, I think we're still undefined there. It's still not sure why it's not picking up there. So we're just waiting for that to go in. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was a pretty cool VCA, and we're going to get different VCAs from time to time, and so it's going to be interesting. We've got a big one now queuing up for Friday, so watch out for that. I'm sure the team will have fun promoting that as well. And so I hope you enjoyed this live stream. Feel free to subscribe, like, and share. Hit the bell for the notifications, and we'll just check a couple of the comments before I wrap up. Yeah, so let's have a look here. We've got Kaishi, welcome Kaishi. It's like Axion Wales. Let's have our own Axion and BTC divs, not the community this time. Yeah, true. Scott Crosby, thank you for taking the time to do these YouTube shows, man. No, pleasure, Scott. And it really is fun. Alex K, so it does not roll over into this auction. We'll go to the weekly instead. Yeah, Friday is the understanding that the rollovers go to the Friday auction, just like they used to do with the big weekly mega auctions that we had. The first, was it 6 or 5 that we had? Kishi, this is an eye opener for 555 stakers. Yep. And so we have different supply and demand for every auction. It's always different. Some get undersold, some get oversold. That's just what's going to happen. So pretty cool. Alex K, interesting. So it's still 100 million in the regular. Yep. Kishi, how a non-seller is such a problem. Well, you're going to get supply and demand difference on different auctions day, Kishi. So I think that's probably how it's going to play out. John Atkins, it rolls over to next Tuesday. I'm pretty sure it's Friday, John. Pretty sure it's Friday that the roller goes into, rather than a 7-day week. So we'll find out on Friday. Let me just, I can't actually get on there to refresh the there we go. At the moment it says that the Monday is 1 billion. So we'll see whether the updates doesn't update instantly. Let's have a check out the next one. So they don't actually have the updates on that yet. So it's still showing at 1 billion, but watch that in the next couple hours possibly. That might update. So interesting stuff there, John. But I'm pretty sure it's the weekly goes to the Friday like in the old one. But we'll find out on the Discord. I don't know, maybe Discord have made comment about that. Let's quickly check that. But my understanding was weekly that goes to the Friday. Let's see what we might have a mod, maybe pulling on there somebody that may have commented on that. Just checking that out. Yes, I don't see any pulling or somebody that might know, but pretty sure all the comments I've ever seen is that it goes to the Friday rather than rolls on for a week. So we'll see about that. Can't see any comments on there about that one, but we'll find out soon enough. Just keep checking the platform there. So that works out well. Let's have a look. John says, I heard somebody say, must have been on Axion today, that it goes to the same day of the week. I'd be fine even if the with burning what's not sold, but we will see when it updates. Yeah, we will. Yeah, we'll find out one way or the other whether it's Friday, which I think it is, whether it flows on to the following Tuesday. But yeah, my understanding is Punky's always said it's the Friday as well, and so that's what I believe it to be. But it doesn't update automatically. Sometimes takes a little delay, so we won't find out until it does. You can still see that it's sitting out there at 1 billion at the moment, so we'll see. But that's going to bolt up for a really big VCA, so watch out for that one. And the teams will have stuff planned for that, so pretty exciting. But you are going to get different supply and demand on different auction days. That's the way it's going to be. And so it's going to be interesting. Obviously, the more wallets that we bring on, the less that happens. So pretty interesting there. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. It's almost, we're at 55 minutes, a little bit thing. Punky knows more than me, John says. You would hope so. He's a strategy and marketing manager. He's probably talked to a lot of the devs and they know all the little features. So they've got the DAO coming up. They've got tons of stuff coming out. I heard that he's done about 8 or 9 videos for the Punkonomics. So that's all education. These guys are just ramping up. So they're still doing, like I said, a lot of the A/B testing for marketing. But they've actually got a lot of testing ads already running through IBS, Danger Digital, and a lot of things like that. So there's a lot going on. Yeah, so we'll keep building that up. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Thanks for watching, everybody. I will catch you at the end of, I'll catch you tomorrow, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks, Alex, again for moderating. Thanks, John, Scott, and all the rest of you for all your comments. Kishi, real appreciate that. Good to see you in there at the end there, and we'll catch you in the next one. Onwards and upwards. Cheers.